Okay, let's try to make soup according to the Oksana's recipe. So what do you need for this? First of all, you need a pretty big pot, relatively speaking. Something like this. So this is like 11.4 liters or 12 quarts or whatever. And amount of water you need, well, it depends how much soup do you want. Basically, this is roughly like between 4 and 5 liters, give or take. And this is for like 10 drumsticks. If you want to scale down, you need to scale it down accordingly. Okay, what else we will need besides the water and the pot? Basically, these are all the ingredients. So we have 10 drumsticks. Again, they're like fancy, air chilled, locally grown, organic, whatever. It doesn't matter, obviously. Anyone would do. We have 2 onions. So basically, onions we're gonna just put as a whole, and only while the soup is boiling. Later we will take them out, so they're just purely for taste and flavor, but there will be no chunks of onions because I actually hate those things. And today I'm gonna put these canned beans. Again, as I told you, there is quite a bit of flexibility what exactly can you put in the soup in terms of carbs. So you can put potatoes, pasta, beans, rice, pretty much like anything that you like and anything that you can boil in water and get something nice out of it. Okay, so basically we have water. Now we just need to put everything there and just start boiling. I mean, there is not much more to it than that. So let's... Okay, so basically drumsticks and onions are in. Now what is left to put is just salt and pepper, black pepper. Black pepper is not a big deal, but salt is kind of important. So let me do it. Basically with salt you don't want too much of it, but you don't want too little of it either. Otherwise it will be bland and not very tasty. So the amount to put might be something like, for this amount of soup, maybe something like 3 non-heaping tablespoons. I think that's a good start. Later we can add more if we need it. But I think that probably should do it, especially given that canned beans might have quite a bit of salt in it. Okay, that's it for the salt. Yeah, for black pepper, just let's not overdo it. Yeah, sorry, I need both hands for this. Okay, now we have a black pepper. Okay, that's pretty much it. So we just turn on the stove on the maximum heat. And just wait until it starts boiling. So you can cover it with a cover, but maybe leave a little bit of a gap just in case it starts like boiling too rapidly. Okay, so it just remains to wait. Okay, now it's boiling, so after it starts boiling you want to decrease the heat to something fairly minimal, so that it's still kind of at the boiling point, but it doesn't boil very violently. And now you actually want to close the lid again. Again, like make sure to leave some gap so that it doesn't overflow. And now you want to boil it for around 1 hour, but because we are gonna put some canned beans, and it probably will take them maybe 20 minutes or so to boil, so I'm just setting my timer for like 40 minutes. Okay, now with 20 minutes left to go, we're adding the beans. And resetting the timer for 20 more minutes. Okay, towards the end you should take off the onions, and it's a good idea while it's still kind of boiling to check if the salt level is good, and if it's like not enough salt you can put a little bit more. But yeah, after it's done you just take off the onions and that's it. Then it cools down and then it can be refrigerated. It can be stored in the fridge for, I would say, like 4 or 5 days pretty easily. Okay, that's it.